Hello and welcome to this special edition of In the Know. I'm Coleen Nelson.
And I'm Chad Young. Today we're going to take a look back at the school year that was. We've got great stories of student achievement in the classroom and elsewhere.
And what better place to begin than at the start of the school year? On that first day, students are always a bundle of nerves, as we discovered at a number of schools. Students at Discovery Middle School get their schedules, and for some, it's the first time ever they're changing classes each period. At Roosevelt Elementary, young students tried to capture just a little bit more summer with a quick turn on the play structure before the bell rang. No matter what age, the first day of school is always exciting.
By the time a student reaches graduation, he or she will have had 13 first days, but few are as memorable as the first or their last. Helen Raptis has more.
Every journey has a beginning and an end. Our time in school is one of the longest and most meaningful adventures any of us will ever take. And as each journey begins with a single step, every school year begins on a special day in September.
Hey guys. Hello. Andy? Yes. Welcome back to the river.
This is the last first day for John Hawes, a senior at Columbia River High School. Just after sunrise, John stands by the front door, handing out candy and directing classmates where to go. Another River senior, Bree Brown, is on the Link crew.
In the groups closest to the schedules.
In the school gym, her job is to run a group of freshmen through orientation. She answers questions, runs them through some icebreaker exercises, and because River is much bigger than middle school, she even walks them to their first class. The extra responsibilities are typical for these student leaders who are making the most of school.
I was elected student body president of the school, and I'm also president of our NHS, or National Honor Society.
I am on the girls varsity soccer team. I'm part of DECA. I'm in NHS, and this year I think I'm going to be VP of the Red Cross Club.
As successful as these two have been in school, they know this is it.
It's exciting because we're almost out of here, we're about to start our lives, but at the same time it's really scary because there's the unknown of what's going to happen after high school and our plans for the future.
With adulthood looming, it's tough for these seniors to remember where they started.
Kindergarten, that's such a long time ago. I mean, what was there to worry about in kindergarten?
It turns out, kind of a lot.
Awesome.
Ms. Rader has a classroom full of 5-year-olds at Truman Elementary.
Oh, the first day of kindergarten is so exciting. It's always an adventure.
This is the first day for these kids.
You never know kids that you're going to get if they've had any preschool experience or if it's their very first time in school.
So before they get down to reading, writing, and math, these kindergartners need to learn how to learn.
You'll have your very own square where you sit.
Ms. Rader shows them where to sit, how to raise their hands, and even how to use the bathroom.
I have little bathroom passes right here. What do you think that you should do after you're done going to the restroom?
Flush the toilet.
Make sure you flush the toilet. So make sure you just take one paper towel, and then where do you think you put it? In the garbage. The garbage can is right here.
For a kindergartner, the classroom with its rules and activities is a bewildering new world.
Half of them, I think, were really shy and scared, and then the other half were really exuberant and ready to go, so you kind of have a good mix.
Ask the kids what they're looking forward to most about starting school, and you'll see the world through the eyes of a 5-year-old.
I wanted to learn about math and things so I can learn about math, so I can get better math. Yep.
What's your favorite thing so far?
Horses.
Horses, alright. And what else are you looking forward to? Snack. What's your favorite snack? All right.
So with math, horses, and snacks, and throw in some reading, writing, and singing,
Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes.
these kindergartners' journey has begun.
They have a lot to look forward to, and it's a huge year. Kindergarten, we see such growth.
Hopefully the kindergartners enjoyed their first day. As our Columbia River seniors found out, you only get a dozen more.
It is just amazing how fast it came. I mean, I remember the first day of middle school, the first day of elementary school, first day of high school, and now I'm at the end of it, and I don't know, it's just everybody always told you how fast the end came, and you didn't really think it was true until you're there.
For In the Know, I'm Helen Raptis.
One of the most exciting things this year in Vancouver Public Schools happened to a teacher. Mark Ray, a teacher librarian from Skyview High School, was named the Washington State Teacher of the Year. Mark was the first teacher ever from our area to win the award, and also the first teacher librarian to be honored. He's glad the recognition might shine a light on the work teacher librarians do, and also on the work of his peers at Skyview.
I work with some just outstanding educators that do fantastic work with students. And who really are as deserving of this award as I am.
Being Teacher of the Year brings with it a lot of perks. Mark got to meet President Obama at the White House. He also got to throw out the first pitch at a Mariners game. This summer, he gets to go to space camp.
It wasn't just Mark Ray getting a statewide honor. For the second straight year, the Vancouver Public Schools Board of Directors is a Washington School Board of the Year. The Washington State School Directors Association hands out this annual award. Vancouver shared the honor with the Auburn School Board. It had to show outstanding performance in meeting 5 criteria important to student success. Vancouver Public Schools is the only district on the entire West Coast to get a national honor. It's been chosen to join the League of Innovative Schools by the U.S. Department of Education. Just 35 school districts around the country were picked. The districts will work together to promote educational innovation and are partnering with entrepreneurs and researchers to boost student achievement.
Hundreds of parents, teachers, students, and community members explore technology in the classroom. The second annual We Learn Technology Showcase packed them in at Skyview High School. In more than 50 exhibits, teachers and students demonstrated how they're using iPods, iPads, laptops, software, even robots to prepare for careers.
We want to make strategic investments that really get at the kind of transformative experiences for kids that really positively impact student learning in profound ways.
The official head count at the door for the night was 460 people. If you count all of the teachers and students who helped with presentations, that number rises to more than 700. Spectators we spoke to left Skyview impressed.
We had absolutely no idea that this was as big as it is or as exciting as it is, we're just bowled over, really.
The district will hold its third annual We Learn event this fall. It's scheduled for November 8th.
Our city's newest school, Vancouver iTech Preparatory, is set to open this fall. It's a STEM school. STEM stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, and Math. Students will perform project-based work that incorporates STEM with other subjects like art, English, and social studies. The goal is to keep students engaged in their learning by giving them real-life experiences.
Well, it's nice to see students excited in learning, and when students are excited about their learning and engaged and they really want to be there, then we truly see great learning taking place.
The school will eventually serve grades 6 through 12, but will start with 6th, 7th, and 9th and 10th graders for now. The middle school and high school levels will be broken up into 2 campuses. The younger students will be at the Jim Parsley Center, and the older students will be at Washington State University, Vancouver.
The district's focus on STEM education includes a new math curriculum. Teachers have clarified standards and peer support to improve their presentations, and parents are now more involved, thanks to the internet. Every textbook in use is available online, along with online tutorial videos.
Hudson's Bay High School celebrated one of the fall's most important holidays, Veterans Day, with some special guests. An annual conservation group brought these bald eagles into Bay so students and veterans could get an up-close look at this symbol of our country. Esteemed veterans, including former Vancouver Mayor Royce Pollard, talked to the students about their military service.
A Columbia River senior is one of just 4 students from around the country to earn a spot on the All-American video crew. Danielle Bayrudy was selected by NewTek, a video equipment company, to help crew the broadcast for the Army All-American Bowl. She earned a trip to San Antonio, Texas, and a spot on the field alongside broadcast professionals.
Oh, it was crazy. I love high school football games, but being in a stadium with, 42,000 people in attendance, I was like, this is amazing. I'm that person on the field right now that I always see walking around. I'm like, wow, I want to be that guy. And I was down there, and it was so cool.
This was the second straight year a Vancouver Public School student was selected. Last year, it was Clint Saylor from Skyview High School.
You don't have to go to San Antonio to find high-quality high school sports broadcasts. Our own Fort Sports went live this year from Kiggins Bowl. The VPS Transportation Department donated a retired school bus, which the crew retrofitted into a mobile production unit. Fort Sports has been broadcasting games for more than 8 years, but last fall marked the first time it had the capabilities to go live from the Kiggins Bowl.
Going live is very exciting because I think sports in particular, you need immediacy, I think. And it just feels different when you know it's live and you don't know what the outcome is. As opposed to watching a game, you already know the score. The story's already been told.
In addition to football, Fort Sports broadcasted volleyball and basketball live last year. They'll be back at it again this year with games airing live and later in replays on Comcast Channel 29.
If you watched any of those Fort Sports broadcasts last year, you couldn't help but notice the Trappers' starting middle linebacker. It's a sea of red at Fort Vancouver High School football practice, and you wouldn't notice anything out of the ordinary about number 17 until the helmet comes off.
Yeah, I've been doing football since I was 7.
Now she's doing football for the Trappers. Lisa Spangler may be a bit undersized for a high school football player, but she has a middle linebacker's heart. That's what makes this story so unusual. Lisa isn't the kicker or a wide receiver, finesse positions where you sometimes see other girls. She's starting at middle linebacker, one of the most demanding positions in the game.
She's a great kid. She's a tough football player. She's undersized at linebacker, but she does everything we ask her to do. And she's physical, and she likes playing the game. And
she can hit hard, I guess.
Being aggressive on the field comes naturally to Lisa, who also practices martial arts.
I don't really think when I play. I just kind of play.
Talk to Lisa, her teammates, or coach, and you'll see pretty quickly she's not a girl who plays football. She's a football player, period.
I was going in, some guy tried to cut block me, and I jumped over him and got the tackle. So that was pretty awesome.
How did your teammates react to that play?
Like they do if anyone hits somebody, I guess.
So really, for you, you're judging talent. You're not judging gender. You're
exactly. Football coaches, race, all that stuff doesn't matter. Gender doesn't matter. If you can get the job done, if you're the best person for the job, you're going to play.
It was an incredible year for Skyview Athletics. It won several state titles in both team and individual sports.
Even though the football team came up just short, it kicked off the Storm's championship run. After winning its league, Skyview plowed ahead through the playoffs, eventually meeting Skyline High School in the championship game at the Tacoma Dome. Skyline jumped out to a 17-0 lead and held on from there. The Storm had no regrets.
Once the pain and the stinging from the loss, kind of wears out, I think we'll be able to reminisce on how great of a season it actually was.
We aimed high and dang near hit it, so I think you only hit what you aim at, and we aimed high and just fell a little bit short.
The Storm will return a number of players in the fall and have high hopes for the upcoming season. The football team came up short, but the girls' basketball team at Skyview went all the way. As Nick Vole shows us, they won the state championship in spectacular fashion.
It was all smiles at Skyview High School after the girls' basketball team knocked off Central Valley High School to win the 4A state championship. But a couple days earlier at the Tacoma Dome, with the score tied with just 14 seconds left, things were a bit more tense.
There was no panic. It was just like, you have to let these kids play.
When we were all on the court, we just knew that we had to stay together and work together and keep calm and know that, just to stay focused and not give up.
I never felt doubt that we couldn't do it.
We drew up a play, go execute it, girls. If it doesn't work, play basketball.
It's Wardell for the win! Skyview state champs!
Oh my!
Join the dog pile!
It felt good when I let it go, so once it went in, it took me a second to realize that time's up, we had won.
I started jumping and then I went and hugged her and kind of took her to the ground, and then we just kind of all dog piled on top of each other.
Yeah, it kind of hurt, but it felt good at the same time.
Looking back, it's pretty amazing to see how they got to that moment.
We had a, I don't know if you call it magic.
Yeah, magic. That about sums it up. How else could you explain a run to the championship that included a late game rally and a buzzer beater, and that the biggest shot of all came from a player who had missed her first 10 attempts?
I don't really think I thought much of oh, I missed my other shots. I need to do this better. I need to get more arc. I just kind of just let it go.
The ball was like this close to the basket. I could tell it was going in, and I was like, it's going in, it's going in.
A dramatic way to end it, but it was fun.
Incredibly, Aubrey Wardell's game winner was the second time in the tournament Skyview won on a last-second shot. In the quarterfinals, Stephanie McDonough hit a three-pointer with 4 seconds left to give Skyview the win. Late game heroics aside, the players and coach say that hard work and team chemistry won them the state title. And now that they have it, they can reflect on what they've accomplished.
It's a really cool feeling. I mean, you know, not many people can say that they've ever done that. And
it's still like shocking for me to think about it. I'm really proud of us, and I think our school is proud of us too.
For In the Know, I'm Nick Vole.
This spring brought another state championship to Skyview, this time in boys soccer. The Storm didn't win its league, but put together an improbable run through the playoffs, eventually beating Central Kitsap in the title game. Their opponent hadn't allowed more than a single goal in a game all year long, but the Storm put 3 balls in the back of the net and earned the school's first ever soccer championship. Not to be outdone, the girls' soccer team took home the state academic title for the second straight year. Their GPA was a whopping 3.84, even better than last year. The team was sharp on the field, too, winning its league with a perfect record. It eventually lost in the playoffs. Many of the girls on the team will be playing collegiately next year.
A number of athletes won individual state titles as well. In Class 4A track and field, Skyview's Taylor Barris took first place in the girls' javelin throw. Also from Skyview, Jamison Shirley won the state championship in boys pole vaulting. At the 3A level, Columbia River's Jennifer DeBellis won the girls' pole vaulting championship for the second straight year. In tennis, Skyview freshman Sammy Hampton won the state singles title. Columbia River swimmer Monica Bottleberg won the state title in the 200-meter freestyle with a time of just over 1 minute and 50 seconds. That was more than 4 seconds faster than her closest competitor.
It was a great feeling. It was the best time, so it felt really strong, and I was really happy with it. I really wish I would have went under 150, but can't complain with a state title. So.
Monica's only a sophomore, so she still has 2 more seasons to compete. She says her goal is to win more state titles. Her older sister was also a state champ at Columbia River a couple of years ago.
This year of champions in Vancouver isn't confined to the high schools. We found a group of athletes on the middle school level who are making their mark on the track. Like any other, the track at Jefferson Middle School turns athletes left 4 times and drops them off where they began. Run fast, run hard, and still, you haven't gone anywhere. The visiting team, Discovery Middle School, makes those left-hand turns a sea of blue as it goes through its warm-ups. And although she doesn't need to stand out, you can't miss Esme Sanchez in that bright pink sweater. She's with the team, but she's not here to run.
She told me she didn't want to be on the track team, she wanted to help Sam.
Sam is one of 3 athletes on this year's squad with autism.
Big Sam, Sammy P, Gage.
Like the rest of the kids, they run, they throw, and they jump. But above all, they have fun.
I love watching them smile. They're always excited. They put a smile on my face because how happy they are.
Children with autism are often left on the sidelines.
Most of them have limited verbal skills, and that can affect their ability to make friends.
On the track team, teacher Laura Hamilton found an opportunity introducing her autistic students not only to the thrill of competition, but also to their classmates.
These kids are so encouraging and empowering and have been nothing but fantastic mentors and helpers and friends to my students.
And I like how the school always motivates them to do better, and they always cheering for them. I find that really cool.
Each of the students has a helper, someone to take them from event to event and provide support, both emotional and physical. Most of the time, students are paired with an adult. Big Sam has Esme.
Esme was not asked to do this. Esme brought this to us and wanted to help out.
Without being told, Esme understands a simple truth.
So they're the same persons like us.
And her classmates at Discovery have made a discovery of their own.
I think it's been eye-opening to them that they actually have a lot in common with my students. It's not as different as they think it is. They're realizing that these are kids. These are kids just like they are.
One by one, they cross the finish line. And though the track inevitably brought them back to where they started, Big Sam, Little Sam, Gage, and the rest of the Wildcats are, without a doubt, somewhere they've never been before. Esme says she can't wait to do this again. Her only regret was that track season wasn't longer.
An 8th grader at Discovery Middle School is the state geography champion. Nick Helmer won the Washington Geographic Bee in Tacoma after sweeping through local and regional competitions. The victory earned Nick a trip to the National Geographic Bee in Washington, D.C., and he told us he was glad to compete and surprised to win.
It was really exciting. I just got up there. I didn't expect to win. I just got up there and I saw the other person's answer at the final bit. And I was like, wow, I've won. It's just a great feeling,
Nick's teacher, Rose Wilson, says that they study a lot of U.S. history and geography in class, but not a lot of world geography. So, of course, that means Nick works very hard on his own outside of school to be ready for competition.
The annual Patty Houck Parade was, as always, one of the year's most fun events. Starting at Houck Elementary School and winding through the Uptown Village neighborhood, the parade drew a healthy crowd. Students from Houck paraded down Main Street, showing off what they've been learning, and as it always seems to do, the parade managed to put the rain on hold, at least for an hour or two.
When you think of our community's most important jobs, you might think of police officers. You may not think of bus drivers, but you definitely should. They keep our kids safe every single day. In Vancouver, bus drivers and police teamed up to educate drivers on how to protect children. A school bus slows to pick up students on 4th Plain Boulevard, yellow lights flashing. The lights turn red and a stop sign extends from the side of the bus. A driver traveling behind ignores it. And she does it right in front of Officer Tina Smith.
And some people, you just drive oblivious, generally.
Officer Smith has some red lights of her own, and this driver finds out the hard way.
She saw the lights up, and she thought she had time to get through. That was her explanation to me.
Officer Smith decides that a warning is enough in this case.
She's in the computer now, so if she does it again, we'll see that she's done it before, and she'll get a ticket next time.
Bus drivers say they see incidents like this all the time.
3 times a week.
Laura Dickinson puts her kids first and urges drivers to do the same.
And so you think that, they're loading on the bus on the right-hand side, but the truth is that you never know what a child's going to do.
Driver Greg Rickard nearly had his worst fear come true.
Somebody raced by, passing me on a double yellow line as a student was getting ready to cross, and it's terrifying.
So what is the rule? On a regular 2-lane street, traffic in both directions must stop when the red lights go on. On larger streets, where there's a physical divider or center lane, traffic moving in the same direction as the bus has to stop, while oncoming traffic is free to proceed with caution. The rule of thumb for all drivers is to take personal responsibility.
Be prepared to stop when you see a bus putting on their yellow lights.
And remember,
that's somebody's child, and that it's a life, and that you don't want to take the risk of not stopping.
The Gear Up program had a great year, showing kids a path to college and careers. The program held a number of careers and college fairs like this one at Geyser Middle School. Students heard from professionals about their jobs and also talked to college admissions professionals about what it takes to get in. Gear Up also sent a group of McLaughlin middle schoolers on a field trip to learn about science and engineering. Nick Vole has the story.
I'm here in front of the Columbia River, where every day millions of gallons of clean water are pumped into the river from this plant here in Vancouver. Now today, students from the Gear Up program at McLaughlin Middle School got a chance to tour this facility and see how the process works. Sights, smells, and all. Make no mistake about it, when you take a tour of the City of Vancouver's water treatment plant, the first stop is memorable.
It was a pretty strong smell when you walked in there.
Students from McLaughlin Middle School in the Gear Up program were there to learn what happens after you flush the toilet.
It starts at this one area from our toilet water. It comes down there and it gets cleaned and stuff. It goes through many different processes of cleaning.
The students quickly learned the smell is limited to just the rooms that hold the water, thanks to a high-tech filtration system.
Millions and millions of gallons of water go through there a day. That's a lot.
This is a facility where we base our one of our cleanliness off the actual
odor or lack thereof. I mean, the whole facility was built to prevent the odor from going out to the public.
This field trip illustrates the career fields the students have been studying.
And learning about technology and engineering.
When they've been learning about a specific career and job interest, we kind of want to show them kind of some real life application to it.
It's good to interact with the kids and kind of give them an idea of what goes on here and let them know that there is things out there for them to do.
That's the long-range goal of Gear Up, to get kids to plan for their future.
The biggest thing is right now planting the seed for our 7th graders that all of them can go to college.
The short-range goal is to give them the tools to make it there.
Building the foundation of study habits and, organizational skills.
Come on time, like always go to school prepared.
Like ever since I joined, I've actually been studying for tests that I've had. Because we're doing a test right now in math, and I actually studied for it.
For In the Know, I'm Nick Vole.
Students and staff at Sacagawea Elementary are also concerned about clean water. Sacagawea is the state's first certified Level 3 green school. To get there, it implemented food waste and paper recycling programs, a walking school bus, and energy-saving measures.
Most of our students and teachers have been really excited about making changes that they feel are positive and set a good example for our community.
Its next goal is to reduce water runoff from the parking lot. That effort should get Sacagawea up to Level 4. The state of Washington is behind the certification program.
We started the show on the first day of school, so it only makes sense to end it on the last day. 5th graders at Philida ring out their elementary school careers at a special graduation ceremony. They're a little sad to leave Philida behind, but excited to head to middle school.
I've been here for 6 years, and it's a big chunk of your life, so it's kind of hard but fun.
At the high school level, hundreds of seniors from around the district graduated. You can see those graduations on Comcast Channel 29. That just about does it for our show. What a busy year.
Yeah, so many things happened this year that we couldn't squeeze in a lot of great stories, but all of the past year's episodes of In the Know are available online at youtube.com/VanSDTV.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Chad Young.
And I'm Coleen Nelson. We'll see you in September.